Brought to you by Black Mafia Podcast.
Mark, thank you. Thank you very much for coming on here. I do appreciate it. I know sort of what it takes to come on and wash your washing in public, as they say. So it's Mark Bruton.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go back to where your life started. So where was you born and where did you grow up?
I was born in um, Marston Green Hospital, but I was brought home to Neutrals,
Right.
and then
Just, just for the viewer, Marston Green's just south of Birmingham, but it's under the borough of Solihull, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
And Nechells is in Birmingham. Am I correct?
yeah. Just outside the city
Okay.
centre. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. So, what year was you born then, bruv?
1982.
Got you. Okay. And how was the early childhood? I mean, growing up in the early 80s.
Well, it was not a good experience, like because my dad had 5 children from my mum. Then decided to
Yeah.
just pack his bags and leave one day, and then. So my mum was left with the 5 of us, like so four siblings, and which when my dad left, that's when life just like went like bad. So it was like, yeah,
So, so how old was you then when your dad just packed his bags and went?
I was free.
3. Got you. So how was life after dad had done a bunk, as they say?
Pretty traumatic to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
my mum decided to get with a mixed race, black guy, and he was
Yeah.
like abusive and stuff, and it was traumatic because I was seeing my brothers get beaten to the point of like they'd have to go to hospital. Then I'd get the abuse, but in um it wouldn't be in a violent way, but it'd be in other ways. Like going to bed and having to hear that all like
So, so were
it
most
was
of your yeah. Was most of your siblings a bit older than you then?
I've got 2 brothers and a sister that's older than me, and then one that's younger than me.
Yeah. Yeah. Got you. Yeah. So how long did this go on for then?
I could say 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. So then,
And
so did your mum? So, sorry. Go on. Crack on.
and it took to the point of like my mum took up 4 jobs plus that she had a threat of social services to say if this man comes to the house, then we're taking the children. So then
Yeah.
she decided to um, um, stay with him somewhere else. She'd come home and then, but she'd moved a friend of my dad's in after my dad left, and it was, you know, and this is where like the sexual abuse started to happen like in that time. It was,
Sexual abuse. What?
yeah,
What? From
yeah,
another man?
yeah.
I see, mate. Yeah. I don't know what quite to say. Sorry, you just blew me away then with that one. Sorry.
No, I'm just,
Um,
sorry.
mate, look, just to let you know, in the cold light of day, you got my utmost respect, bro, for coming on here. Because that's yeah. You're cool. You're cool doing this, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, yeah,
Brilliant. Thank you.
I'm
Yeah. So
all right.
this went on for quite a few years. I mean, all right then. I don't want to go back and drag it out your brain because it's not my place to. And if you want to tell me things, you can. Obviously, it's your life and you can do what you want. But I'm coming in from so when did all this stop? Was there a moment in your life where I don't know, where you had an eureka moment or you just went yourself or what?
Well, it started about, I must have been about 4, and then it went on for 2 years, and then while this was all going on, the social services were keeping me
Sorry,
from my
Mark, you're
mum.
broken. You say that again.
I said it took them 2 years to, like, why the abuse happened for 2 years, and then we got took into foster care. Me and my younger sister and my
Foster
other
care.
siblings went into
Yeah.
another care. I don't know, children's home they went into because they was a bit older. So we was there for a good 8 months, and that wasn't a very good experience, to be fair, either.
Yeah. I
So
mean, yeah. Looking back and speaking to various people that I've met in my life, care homes or foster care, well, I don't know about yourself, but you have said it wasn't very good, but it's jumping from the fire into the frying pan, you know, and
yeah,
sometimes. So obviously you're still a little boy and you're trying to make sense of everything. Um, can you remember how your thoughts were and what you was thinking about at the time, or did you like what I'm trying to say is did you think what's normal? Sorry, I don't want to come across as a patronising git to you, mate. I'm
yeah,
just
I know, but yeah.
was it did you think that all this was wrong?
Well, at the time I didn't know because it was like I had my mum having sex at that age and everything and stuff, and stuff that shouldn't happen. So at the time, it was like I didn't know it was right or wrong, and I was told to stay. It was like,
Yeah, of
"Oh, I'll
course,
do
yeah. Like,
like I'll give you some sweets. Don't say." It was like one of them. It's like, "Don't say
yeah,
anything," and it was like,
yeah. It's the old cliches, isn't it? They're all coming out. I mean, back in the day, I suppose, because we didn't know better or know any better. Oh, a bag of sweets and go to the park, and we're all laughing on the floor about silly things like that. But actually, it's in your face, isn't it? It's in your face, and you're
"Yeah,
living it.
yeah,
Fair play to you, Mucko, for being on this podcast with me today. Thank you.
it's all right."
So, uh, what age did all this stop in your life? I mean, when did it? When did the actual physical, mental, and sexual stop?
Well, when we got took into care, I was just turning 7, so it was like a good 3 years, and then my mum got us back, and we had to live with my auntie, but my auntie was very strict. For my mum to have us back, she'd have to live there, and these people wasn't allowed in our life and stuff like that. So for a year or two, I lived in my auntie, and things were, I wasn't getting abused sexually, but it was still, it was just very daunting for me because I, I just wanted, like, I wanted a better life with different parents. I wished that they wasn't my parents. I wished, I was wishing a lot of things, like, and I wasn't showing
Yeah,
love, as in, you know, how, when you're crying, it's like, my mum didn't, she wasn't very good at showing love. So it's affected me in my life, it's like, it's just wrong. And, when you want answers and you can't get them off the people that's supposed to have protected you the most and made sure nothing happened to you, then it's even harder because how do you cope with it? But you find ways.
yeah, you do. Well, coping mechanisms, I suppose. Um, yeah, just not showing any affection or love to a child is abuse in itself, let alone the list of probably 50 or 60 things that you've got in your head. Um, so, so obviously, not obviously, you become a young man, 16, 17, 18. I bet you was trying to
Yeah,
find your feet, wasn't you, bruv?
yeah, you what I was, yeah.
So how did that go? As you're going on into life and being a young man, I mean, was you trying to work out what was, without sounding cynical, what was the right way and the wrong way?
No, I didn't really, to be honest. I
Did you
didn't.
find yourself going down roads or paths in your life where maybe it wasn't the right thing to do, or it was, or, I mean, did you have any fallout from all this?
Well, yeah, a lot of, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, um, how's it been since with your well-being, your body, your mind and all that?
Well, it's not been good because um I I'm just I'm having therapy at the moment, but it's just it's hard because I find myself self-harming, and in the past I've took overdoses and try and find out, if that's not the way out because you know I've got I've got a life to live, and I don't want to be 6 foot under because I made a stupid decision when there's help out there and stuff like this where I can speak and I can get it off my chest and find ways of coping with it. And it's good to do
Yeah.
stuff like this.
Um, yeah, and I've said it probably 3 or 4 times, and I'll say it again. I've got utmost respect for you. Utmost respect for you. I'd just like to just touch on your mum, if that's okay with you, bruv.
Yeah,
Your mum's still a part of your life, and you sort of still get on with you, don't you? You still get on with mum, yeah.
well, yeah, I try, but it's hard. But you know, I'm very just with her. She, she says I don't show her no love and all that because I don't know how to because of the way she treated us when we was kids. So I don't know how
Yeah,
to, you know, show love like that because it's hard.
yeah, of course, bruv. Yeah, of course, yeah. Um, I'll leave that there if that's what you.
Yeah,
I know it's a battle that you've got to go through with your mum, and I understand that. Not a
yeah,
battle, that's the wrong word. It's like, I just respect you for having a bit of empathy and compassion, because maybe a lot of people, whether they're boys, girls, men, women, would have just not bothered with their mothers or fathers. But you've still kept your mum in your life because you want answers and things. I get that. I understand that. And I'll take my hat off to you. I just wanted to touch on your mental health, if that's okay. Are you okay to
yeah,
speak about that?
yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I mean, just from a layman sitting here looking at you and speaking to you, you've got complete complex PTSD, in my opinion. And who wouldn't have that? And you've probably got other things on top. Where would you like to say how you are and how it's been in that sense?
Well, um, for years I wasn't feeling right, and I was having all I kept telling her that I'm having, I can't get stuff out of my head. I keep having flashbacks of what happened to me when I was younger and stuff, and I can't. And he was like, "Oh," he put it down. He's like, "Anxiety and depression." I went, "Like, no, it's more than that. I know there's something wrong with me." So then I just, I used to get in horrible rages and get really upset about it and stuff, and I'd started self harming like about 10 years ago, and
Yeah,
it's been like when I get like the way I do because of my childhood, it just like it just makes me want to hurt myself. But it's the wrong thing to do because it's the worst one to take it out on is yourself. So I found ways of dealing with certain things now and stuff like that. And if if I'm not feeling it most, then I try and just do things to make me feel better and try and think of it as you know try and think positive.
yeah. I think you're coming at it from a good angle. And the one thing that made me put my head up then was the fact that that you've got to look after yourself, because if you don't look after yourself, no one else is going to do it. It's a fair play. Um, you're keeping your head above water. It's a struggle, I know, but you crack on, mate. And just just a quick one for the viewers. Mark's a friend on my Facebook. If you ever want to friend him up, he's there. Um, I'm not asking for anything for him, just your friendship to him, because he really is a top geezer. He really is a top lad. And, I mean, my first impressions of you, Mark, when I first seen you, I thought, you're the unit you are. You look like a brute. You look like a brute. And yet, you are a gentle giant. And I've got full respect for you. Now, look, we've touched on the badness, and it's your badness and you've got to carry that around. So give me something positive. Mark, what are you doing today and last week to put the sunshine back in your life, bruv?
Well, today I'm just watching TV, relaxing, chilling out. But the last couple of days have been good. I've been getting out and trying to do things. It's nice.
Yeah.
Get out and do different things. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do
And,
more of.
and like, you got any hobbies?
Try and just football and my love of blues, really.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a blessing, because I'm the same. I mean, I love my blues. So we got something in common there. That's good. And uh, obviously you've got a strong mind because you've come through something which some of us, a lot of us, maybe haven't been like that or been there. You've got a strong mind, and I don't think you realise how strong you are. Is there anything you can give to me and to the viewer, more so the viewer, because that's why they're watching? Any anything, any positive things to help them going through whatever they're going through?
Yeah, it's good to talk. If you're suffering with the same sort of abuse and stuff that I went through, um, seek help, and there's better days ahead because not every day is the same. It's hard and it's a struggle, but my advice is get a counsellor or some sort of mental health worker and see if you can seek out through that way and through therapy, because the first bout of therapy I've had is it's really helped me with certain situations. So I won't be completing my therapy till a year from the 2nd of September. So it's a long road, but it's surely it it's 90% might work. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that, because that's there's some good words there, mate. There's some good stuff for all of us. And just before I wrap this up, and the reason why I'm wrapping it up is because of you, because of how this is going to be good for you, hopefully, but also I don't want you to get too deep in today because it's your own thing, but and you've enlightened me and you've enlightened the viewer. But the one thing, from like being a young man up now you're 40, you're 43,
Yeah.
and like you've got help and you're going through the system, and you're trying to be positive and you are being positive. But there must have been a long gap or a big gap in your life where you didn't get any help, and you tried to do it yourself, because we're all guilty of that. And it's not a crime, by the way, I'm not saying it like that, but we're all guilty of facing our demons on our own, thinking that we can sort them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
sorry.
no, go on, crack on, please. Sorry.
For years, I drank alcohol thinking that was the way out, but it wasn't. It just made me feel 10 times worse the next day. And, surprisingly, and they weren't the amount that the stuff I used to do and the amount I used to drink. So I'm just glad that I've come out the other side, and hopefully if there's anyone going through the same thing and they, get help and try and get on the road to recovery, because alcohol is not the answer.
Would you say that you was self-medicating?
Yeah, I would, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I mean, I think a lot of us have done that. I mean, uh, I don't think I've ever had a time in my life where I've got a pint of beer and I've actually looked at the colour of it and smelt it and tasted it properly. It wasn't about that back in the day, was it? Especially if you had problems and you were self-medicated. And
That's it, isn't it?
yeah, of course it is. Yeah, and I think talking to you today and what you've got to say. You're not on your own, and that's a blessing to come out of all this. You're not on your own, because whether it's sexual or physical or mental, a lot of people have gone through something similar, or quite close to what you've gone through, more than you realise, and you're not on your own, mate. And I'm not going to come out with the old rubbish about there's help there and all that, because if you can only get help when you need it, and when you know that if you don't, you're going to fall down that slippery slope, and you've done that, and that's good. And I'm trying to be diplomatic to everyone watching. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm quite angry about what's happened to you, because it's not fair, is it? It's not fair. But it's not my place to be angry. But I am angry, and it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
but yeah,
it's like I've suffered mental abuse as well from the age of 10 as well. Like, and it's
yeah.
Bullied at school and everything, and then I left home when I was 16 because of it all. So, just like I haven't looked back since that day, and it's like I've suffered enough, and I didn't want to take no more suffering.
Yeah, man. And what else can you do? You tried your best to get out the situation.
Yeah.
Like I said, look, I've got utmost respect for you. Mark is a friend on my Facebook. If you like what you see, and he deserves maybe a look, you know me, I'll give you a hug the next time I see you. All right?
Yeah, mate.
I promise you. But I'm not swapping spit with you. All right?
No, okay.
Yeah. But no, you deserve it, bro. And thank you for coming on here. I'm sorry it's short, but I think what you've let go, and maybe after some of your medical things, you're going along the road of that, you can come back on and let me know how hopefully your life's improving better.
Yeah,
Mark, I really do appreciate it, brother.
It's okay, mate.
All right, mate. Yeah. You take care. All right.
Take care. All right. Cheers.
Bye, mate.
Bye.
Bye.
At Match Patch, we believe individuality matters. Whether you are rocking a design that tells your story, or you're uniting with a team that shares your passion. Match Patch, stay unique. Stay you.